Hello, lovelies. It's G here from Go to Third Tarot, and I'm here to bring you another channeled message. I hope this message is finding you blessed and full of abundance as always, my sweets, okay? So, I'm pulling a love message today. And I'm already kind of going to get, the message that somebody here could be being helped from ancestors, okay? Through a separation here, okay? And then let your friends help is on the back of the deck for sure. So there's some kind of separation here that Spirit wants you to go into with love and peace and understanding, okay? Because we also have Kuan Yin here with enlightened action, okay? With this Bridget inner fire, let your passion lead your purpose, lead you to your purpose. I do think that you will be overcoming limitations that you might have put on yourself or other people might have put on you, okay? I also feel like you're going to be having an upgrade in your spiritual force field, okay? Because you are calling in a divine union, and there he is. I knew he'd be here with the holy union. And here, I couldn't get to it yet, but here he is. I knew it was going to happen because the engineer came out in this deck right here, okay? And I immediately thought about the divine director that's in this deck when the engineer came out. Look at how crazy. Come on now. Stop it. Hold on just 1 second. Sorry about that, y'all. I had to go feed breakfast to my dog because he was already on one this morning. He was like, I'm hungry. Okay? So, yeah, I do believe that you have been going through a section here of releasing any kind of karma, okay? And you are definitely bringing in sacred connection here, okay? I do believe that you are about to have a divine emergence, a divine intervention, okay? Okay? You're about to have a divine intervention here. A divine meeting is what I'm hearing. With this helpers in the subtle realm, okay? Spirit is saying that they are working to recreate heaven here on earth for you because you are overcoming your karma, okay? And you're breaking the chains away from your past. And you're unfolding here. With this unfolding, I do believe you are going to be issued into a time of play and happiness, okay? Definitely here you could also be bringing in your helpers in the subtle realm could be bringing in, look at this, you guys. Look at this. Father companion. Look at that. Mediator. Wow. So I definitely feel like you have there's a divine plan that's really at work here, okay, with you. So there's something here that you are going to be separated from, or that you're going through a separation, okay? The separation was divinely guided, okay? But there is a sacred connection here that's coming back into being. And I think that you are going to be led through your divine purpose. Like your divine purpose is going to lead you to this divine connection here, to this holy union here, okay? So for some of you, this could be like twin flame reunion. For some of you, this could be, divine spouse, high vibrational soulmates, that kind of energy. Tell me more about this. Okay, so wait. Spirit's wanting me to. There is sacred connection. You feel the sacred connection, even far apart from each other. Your passions are leading you towards this sacred union. So tell me some more about this separation. Letting go of control issues. So you're here challenging your ego, letting go of control issues, okay? Staying optimistic about your love life, understanding that things might not look like exactly your end goal right now, but they are coming about, and there is like this connection between you and this person that's very strong. No matter how great the distance emotionally or physically is apart from each other, there is a connection between the two of you. Feeling like the chemistry card. So the two of you have been in sacred separation because you've been healing family wounds, okay? You've been healing family issues, healing family wounds, putting in the effort to show up and staying optimistic. Exactly. Exactly. So this has been a disconnection with this retreat, disconnect from the world, okay? This has been a separation and a disconnection. That's what's been happening, is you have been disconnecting from your old cycles, from your old karmic cycles, from your old ways of being, your old lives, and I really feel like you are being guided through your passions and through this passion to heal yourself and your family line. You are being guided into a union here with another, okay? Now, this could be somebody that you are meant to make a business with, that you are meant to be friends with, that you are meant to be lovers with. This could be your future spouse. It could be all of the above, okay? A little bit of everything, okay? Tell me about this inner fire. What's going to guide our collective here? What's this inner passions, inner fire? Seasons. I have a feeling like seasons are passing by you here. See how on her garb right here she has she has representations of like all the different seasons around here, and I feel like time, like maybe even years, is passing by as you are reconnecting to this inner fire here, okay? Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. Yeah, as you are ascending and working through this karma, burning through this karma, as you are healing these family issues, as you're breaking those generational toxic mindsets, as you are healing this inner child part of yourself here. I'm getting a big energy here that you and this person, like one of you could be like a sacred channeler. Like one of you is a sacred channeler and one of you is very connected to like the earth realm with this Metatron and Sandalphon energy here. Divine connection, understanding lessons, synchronicities. Yeah. I feel like the two of you are both seeing synchronicities in each other's absence here. Okay. It's like little hints. Yeah. I'm hearing this person saying, Spirit is giving me little hints about that this person might see somebody that's wearing a particular color, and they might be like, ooh, that color is standing out so much to you. Maybe it's your favorite color. Okay. If they're walking around somewhere and they smell something, they're going to smell something and they're going to be like, ooh, that smells so good. It's going to remind them, like once they meet you or once you come into union, it's going to remind them of your smell. They're going to see somebody that might have your eye color or your hair color, or they might see somebody that has lips that are similar to you or parts of your face. And they're just like, wow, I love that. So it's kind of like Spirit is showing this person along the way. It's kind of almost like they're like kind of dropping little hints to like build it together, or through like your, so it's like, oh, I come into contact with a person that does this or is into that, or has this quality, and they're like, oh, I would love to have that quality. I would love for my future spouse or my divine counterpart to have that quality. That's a beautiful quality. Oh, I'd love for them to be able to sing. Oh, I'd love for them to be into art. Oh, I'd love for them to do this or to do that or to have this quality or to love to do that. That would be awesome. So it's kind of like that's what's been happening. You have been being prepared, right, for this divine union, for this coming together. Okay, let your friends help you again. Spirit saying we've been helping you along the way. Okay, your ancestors have really been working hard. Both of your ancestors have really been working hard to send you on this divine path. Yeah, exactly. Wow, look at this. We're here still talking about your passions, and it's passion and you deserve love. So for a lot of you, there is this reigniting of this feeling that like, I truly am sacred. I truly am a desirable, worthy person. As I'm healing myself, I see myself as more worthy. I see myself as a much more passionate person, chasing after my desires. It's much more Sagittarian energy here with this you deserve love energy here. You are lovable. I definitely feel like in that, and when I put it down, this you are lovable here with this kind of, Cupid's arrow sort of type is pointing here to this holy union. Tell me about this holy union, please, Spirit. Keep an open mind. So your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Okay. So Spirit saying, hey, keep an open mind about how you might meet this person, or in what kind of way you and this person could come together, but this could be the one. Okay, I do think that you're going to have a feeling. You've already met the romantic partner that you seek. I do believe that both of you, when you meet each other, will pretty much know playfulness. And I think there will be this very playful, lighthearted, high vibrational kind of, I just like being around this person. I just like, I love their personality. I love their energy, trust. And there will be this trust here between you and this person. I just think that you will feel it. And then look, did I not talk about this Cupid's arrow? And then look, there's the Cupid and they have the arrow. And look, they're about to beep. I love that. Love the synchronicity in that. And there's the chemistry card that I was talking about. There will be a lot of chemistry here between you and this person. Oh, I just got goosebumps, you guys. My goodness. Ooh. Goodness gracious. Wow. Okay. Okay, so there might be some tie-in here for some of you to India or to Hindu gods or goddesses, okay? Okay. Mystical knowing, breaking boundaries, personal experience of God. So I definitely think that you two are going to meet here after you both have this kind of like journey to God, this journey to spirituality, this journey to a higher version of yourself. I think both of you right now are on kind of a journey to this kind of mystical knowing. You're learning all the things, gathering the skills that you'll need to learn. And whatever kind of mission that you and this person have, you're learning and gathering the skills of how to do what the two of you will need to do together now. So yeah, read those books, take those classes, get those certifications, follow your passion, what you're really passionate about, what you're being guided to. Take those lessons, take that course, do what you're being guided to take. Let this be your confirmation, okay? Ooh, Commander Ashtar, leadership activation. Time to evolve, trust in your ability to guide others, trust. Again, this energy of trust and this energy of trusting in the divine, plan for you. Create space for divine order to unfold. I think that's what you guys have been doing here with this, healing family issues and putting in the effort to stay optimistic about your love life here. And I just heard broken homes. So both of you might feel like you come from a place of having a broken home or feeling like you've lost a home and you want to recreate one. Or it's like, I want my, my family that I bring together to feel like this and look like this. And again, it might, you might be really surprised in the end who you end up building that sacred family with. What that family looks like, what you will be accomplishing or doing together. Miraculous encounter. Come on now. Divine experiences. Do not be afraid of being powerful. I think there is this sense here that both of you have to overcome insecurities, or both of you have to see yourself as worthy of this leadership, because I feel like stepping into these leadership roles are exactly what's going to put the two of you in union together. Stepping into prominent positions in your community in one way or another. Again, and I'm being, keep an open mind. You might be surprised how this leadership position comes to you, or exactly, what you are leading. You could have go back. Yeah, I have this energy of like, oh, if I could go back and talk to my younger self, or talk to my teenage self, or talk to my 20-something self, and if I could have a conversation with them, they would be like, you're doing what? With who? Huh? How did we end up there? How did we end up you know, in a completely different country. Or I always thought that we would, you know, that we would do this or that we would do that. You know, and it's like, well, life is kind of crazy. You know, life is kind of all over the place. You know, you never know what you're gonna get. Forrest Gump. I don't know why Forrest Gump, because that just reminded me of Mom always said life was like a box of chocolates. I can't do a Forrest Gump very good, but something there might be significant. Hershey. I don't know why Hershey came up. I don't know if somebody's eating a chocolate bar or they're thinking about it or something. I don't know. Somebody might live in Hershey. I know Hershey is actually like a place. I think it's in Pennsylvania. Anyway, spiritual awakening, interconnectedness, understanding the inner workings. I feel like both of you are going through this kind of like spiritual awakening energy. For sure. It's unfolding is what I keep hearing. It's unfolding. Yeah. Okay. Tell me more about these people here, Spirit. Who are these people? How are they, what kind of leadership positions would they be stepping into? Okay. So this is for whoever would resonate with more with the, it feels like divine feminine, but don't let that guide, you know, gender and gender roles and energy are completely different. So I'm really feeling here this energy of whoever the divine messenger is, okay? Athletes, okay? So whoever this divine messenger here actually might channel a lot of messages about physicality. There might be a journey to reclaiming your body that you need to go on, you know, so if you're being guided to, you know, to start that yoga program or to get into the gym, to get that personal trainer. Excuse me, sir. Shh. Oh. Y'all, he's a husky, so that's why all that, like, that's just what he does. That's just what he does. Ooh, an exorcist. Okay. So this person might actually help people to exercise out. Okay. Exercise. Yeah. So I'm feeling like, you know, you might turn around and help people to recognize how they could exercise, you know, demons, darkness from their life. Freeing yourself or others of destructive impulses, right? You might help people. You might be some kind of advocate. Hey, stop that. No, ma'am. You might be some kind of advocate. You might, for people who are in recovery from substance abuse, or you might, there's something here about like, I went through it, so I want to turn around and help other people, you know, have an easier time kicking a habit, or, you know, stopping themselves from doing this, or recognizing this inside themselves. There's something here about bringing people back to their physicality and strength of spirit. Yeah. Dedication to transcending physical limits and including handicaps, development of personal willpower and strength of spirit. Okay. So this could also be about people's mental health as well. You might be meant to be some kind of counselor, or you might already be on that road to doing that. Okay. There's something here about you getting downloads. Oh my gosh, I'm just laughing at him. He's doing all of that because he sees my cat outside the door and he's just like, what is that thing? I don't understand. I don't think he's ever seen a cat before, you guys. Hello, baby. Hello, my baby. No. Hey, babies. Hey, babies. With all of these animal noises and animal things, you could be an advocate for some kind of animal rights as well. I'm getting that as well. Yes. So I do think that you are helping people to overcome some kind of self-sabotage. This could be helping people to break break away from unhealthy family, unhealthy habits, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, that people have learned. Okay, you could be meant to be some kind of spiritual guide here. Okay, you could help tap into people's like hidden potential, saying like, hey, you could really tap into people's heart space here and help them to exercise the saboteur energy, okay, out of their heart space, especially if this is something they inherited from family members or from past. You could be you could help people through exercising some kind of like trauma out of their life, okay, or out of their heart space. Oh my goodness. Excuse me, sir. Shh. I might have to go close that door because he is really losing it today. And what about the other person? What about the more like Archangel Sandalphon energy here? A pioneer. This person, I'm hearing engineer. This person could be some kind of engineer. They could be some kind of pioneer. They could be some kind of entrepreneur where they create their own business. Passion for doing and creating what has not been done before. So this person loves to be on the cutting edge of new technology, of new medical procedures. I'm getting kind of like science-y vibes from this person. I mean, they could also be some kind of like, I don't know, I'm hearing biochemical engineer. So maybe. A Samaritan. So this person is very open-hearted, and this person is very much so about helping others to create things that they've never created before. This person could help people get started on business ideas or something like that. I'm hearing like a barter, a trader, like they barter and trade information, some kind of information broker, or they have information. There's some kind of teacher, perhaps, maybe even. They could host classes or webinars or seminars. They could give speeches, lectures. They could be like some kind of professor or teacher. Okay. They could definitely be an artist, some kind of artist here. Expressing a dimension of life that is just beyond the five senses, inspiring others to see life symbolically. Okay. So they're always pushing people to change the way that they view and see life, So this could be a type of person that talks a lot about manifestation, about, about the higher dimensions, about bringing in, it's very like, but there's something here about tech-based too. I don't know if this person is like on the side also is like a tech kind of person, or if they might have got their start in some kind of, they could have gone to school to learn how to do some kind of computer programming or something like that, but then transitioned and used their financial or connections or something like that to kind of transfer over, and that they could do something different now. They could do something a little more artistic or a little more, it's like subtle. It's like subtle with like that helpers in the subtle realm. It's like the subtle body, the subtle realm. It's like high vibrational 5D sort of type. I think this person also channels and brings down and grounds energy from star being collectives, whether they realize this or not. I'm feeling a lot of like Arcturus energy, where it's like combining together like religion and science, or combining together. It's like, hey, this is how we take the humans to a new level. This is how we take our humanity to a new level of being, to the next level. They're always about what's next, what's coming next, how can we push the boundaries of what we thought was possible. This person, this person could also work with like AI or something like that as well, where they're like, let's push the boundaries. There's something here about this person. This person's giving me a lot of like Sagittarius energy. They could have it somewhere. Like it's very much so like, what's next? Let's push the boundaries. Let's expand our expectations. This person is very much so here to ground in this very kind of like expansive. Again, with this, I keep seeing this person like with a bow, like Sagittarius, like go forward. Like let's have like big dimensional leaps forward in technology, in our understanding, and agriculture and green technology, and like how can we innovate and take, how can we evolve to the next level? There's something here about how can we evolve to the next level with this person. Child magical. Didn't I say something about seeing potential in people? Seeing the potential for sacred beauty in all things, the belief that everything is possible. Exactly. This person has like this, what is indelible spirit, where it's like, I don't care. Like, I could fall down 1,000 times and I'm still gonna get up 1,001. Like, it's kind of like this thing of like, oh, this person is very much so like, I don't believe in failure. Not in the sense of where it's like, this is not a failure, right? I just learned that this is not how you do it, right? I can experiment a different way. Oh, let's do it. So this person always, it's like, I'm always looking for the next thing. I'm always looking for the, always pushing the limits and pushing and going forward, and, saying like, hey, let's not get stagnant. Let's push forward. Like, oh, okay, so that didn't work, so maybe we can try this. Oh, that didn't work, maybe we can try that. Okay, so, well, let's bring this in. Let's try this. Let's try this element. Let's try this chemical. There's something about that too. This person could, for some of you, I'm not sure if this person works with like developing like serums, or they could be developing like cures for things like cancer or something like that too, like homeopathic. This person could do something with blood. This person could do something with like stem cell research or something like that, where it's like, how can we recover parts of the body that have been lost? Can we regrow limbs? Can we, like, how can we, integrate mechanical and, biomechanical things together? Like, yeah, for somebody here, somebody does that and they're just like, there's nothing better than seeing somebody go from, in such a terrible, lowly place about their body because they've been in some kind of tragic car accident or something. And it's like, we can recreate their legs or their limbs or their arms and give them back a piece of their life they thought they would never have again. There's something here about how this person feels like they go to work and they change lives every day, and there's something so satisfying about that to this person, where they're just like, I'm going in there and I'm changing lives. That this person does something that they feel like is very important, and it might not be incredibly like spiritually important, but I think that it is to these people's individual spirits, or if it's like, developing cures for diseases and things like that. This person's like, I am doing important research, or I am doing important developments, taking that next evolutionary step forward. I am really here changing the quality of life for people in the future. It's like people are going to have an easier time, or, we're going to have better city planning or better, this person could also work. I feel like this person just got their fingers in a lot of different pots, So they know a little bit about this. They know a little bit about that. They know a little bit about this, or they know a lot about that, Oh, well, it's like, yeah, well, during the day I do this, but then I also do art on the side, but then I also, work, and dabble in biochemical engineering. And then sometimes I go over here and, and I work with people that do space stuff. Sometimes I go over here and I work with people that do this and I do that. I don't know exactly what it is this person does, but it feels like they have a lot of connections to a lot of different industries. Because this person, it's kind of like how whatever this person does, it kind of like cuts across a lot of different industries. And so they know a lot of different people. They know a person that does that, and I know a person that does this, and oh yeah, I know a person that does that, and I got a person that does that. It's like, I have a lot of connections. This person is very connected in whatever that they do. Like, they're a well-known name in their field. They might not be a household known name, but they're very well known as an up and coming, like young inspirational person in their field. That kind of, or if this person isn't young, necessarily quote unquote young anymore, they could definitely have shot up very quickly to the top, of their class, the top of their field, highly recommended. This person has got, recommendations. They're like a mile long, like of 100 different people that would say, this person is the best that I've ever seen do this. Something like that, And this person feels very connected to the 3D world. They feel very much so like a link, like a big connection here to the 3D world. While this other person feels like a connection to the spirit world, like a high connection to the spirit world, you know, with this Metatron messenger kind of energy, right? A high connectivity to the spirit world, while this other person has a high connectivity to the 3D, like the 3D world. Sounds like a good partnership. Yes, it does. Okay. Lover. This person also has lover. Okay. So this person has, this person really likes like kids and animals too. Vulnerable things. This person really likes to protect the vulnerable, to protect, again, like I said, this person might be some kind of like, I could see this person working to design like wheelchairs or, you know, stuff like that for like kids or like paralyzed people, something like that. Yeah. Oh, this person works so hard at it, and they're just like, they'll stay up for days on end working on designs or working on this thing just to see, you know, just to have it done on time or just to see people. Yeah, people are just like, that's the hardest working person that I know, you know, like that. It's crazy. It's like, I don't see where they get all the energy. This person has so much energy all the time, you know, and I think it's because they're constantly transmuting, or they're constantly just like connected. They have this connectivity that constantly like feeds them this source of like, okay, we're going to do this and we're going to do that. We're going to do this and we're going to do that. And then we have this plan. We have that plan. I don't know. Great passion and devotion. Yeah, this person is incredibly devoted to their craft. They're incredibly devoted, and they bring like a high level of craftsmanship to everything that they do. Again, like I said, this person has a list of a mile long of recommendations of people that be like, this person's the best at what they do. You know, they're simply the best. Yeah, that's what they're simply the best. Like, it's them. Like, don't let their age or don't let where they're from or their background fool you. Like, they're incredibly knowledgeable. They're incredibly intelligent. They're, you know, something like this. There's something too about this person that's very unexpected. Like, something about their physicality or something. This person, okay, so this could be like a type of person that people see this person, they're like, oh my God, you could be a model. Like you could do this, or you could be an Instagram model, or you could do this. But this person kind of throws those things to the side and very much so focuses more on, not that I think that that's anything negative about being any of those things, about being a model or anything like that. But there's something here, it's unexpected. Like, people see this person and they have like a quick, like, oh, you could be a movie star, you could be an actor, you could be a model, you could be this, you could be that. And this person is like, I don't care about that. You know what I care about? Bionuclear fission, or, you know, blah. And it's like, what? And then this person starts opening up their mouth and they're so passionate about what they talk about. And people are like, that's great. But they're just like, what? Like, what are you talking? Completely over my head. Like, I don't know. But people love to hear this person talk because they're like, whatever, talk about whatever you want to. You're beautiful. It's something like that, where it's like this person is blessed with this very like Mr. You know, they look like they'd be a player. Like, they look like they'd have all this and all that. But this person, they don't even pay attention to it. You know, they don't even, they're just kind of like, whatever. I don't, like, they devalue that about themselves. Like, they're just like, that's not what's important. What's important is what's inside. What's important is how hard I work. And yeah, that there is something here about them devaluing their looks in some type of way. Not that I think they because I do think this person like very much so takes care of themselves. But they do it practically. They're not like, ooh, I want to have rock hard abs. Like, this person is just like, I work out because it's better for my body. If I work out, if I stay, you know, energized, if I get up, you know, I run 6 miles a day, not because, you know, of this or that, because I want to be disciplined, because I want to stick to my workout program, because, you know, I want to have good, you know, cardiovascular health, because, you know, because it's going to function and my body's going to last longer. I can do my job quicker, easier, and effective and more effectively if I'm taking care of myself, if my body, you know, if my body is taken care of. So it's not about, for this person, you know, so this person might just like, you know, like chiseled Greek, like, like, or, if they're more like on the feminine side or something like that, they're just long, beautiful, flowing hair, gorgeous, like, ha. But it's like this person opens up their mouth and it's just like all this science stuff comes out and people are like, what is happening? You could do this, but you don't even care about any of that. And you do this instead. And it's like, yeah, so what? Like, yeah, I could be a model, but I work on airplane engines. Yeah, that's what I want to do, Like, that's who I want to be. Like, don't worry about it. It reminds me of those things where it's like, those people take pictures of, like, random people, like, oh, look at this super hot firefighter or police officer, or, it's just like a person just doing a job out there, doing the job they care about. And it's like, this person is one of those people where, or somebody would take a picture of this person like, oh my God, look at the doctor that's fitting my, or look at this veterinarian, look how hot they are. And then somebody would just snap a picture of it and it would go viral because people would be like, oh my God, my pediatrician is like the hottest guy I've ever seen in my life. Something like that, where it's like, my kid's pediatrician is like the hottest guy I've ever seen in my life, but they're like so about their job. Or, look at the computer engineer that came to fix our computers in the office today. And it's like somebody that looks like, they could be like Brad Pitt or something like that, right? And people are just like, and it gives me that vibes. But I also feel like this person is very committed, very passionate. They're so appreciative of their life and of their capability to change the world and to defy expectations. I feel like this person likes that they defy expectations. They like that they surprise people with who they are. This person has a lot to say. I pull a lot of energy on this person over here. Not as much on this person over here, but I think this person is very communicative. Like a very, healer. Just period. I feel like both these people are healers. I feel like you heal in different ways, in different industries, doing different things, but passion to serve others by repairing the mind, body, and spirit, ability to help transform pain into healing. Exactly. So I feel like you both do basically the same thing. If you really think about it, right? Like I said before, you're over here transmuting generational, spiritual karma that you're helping people to overcome, like mental, like emotional difficulties, helping them to overcome, spiritual attachments and things like that. You're helping them to heal that kind of emotional, it feels more like otherworldly, past life, like divine purpose sort of type thing. And this person is over here more so like healing the body, or healing. It's like healing. It's like this person over here is healing through like high dimensional energy. They're both, but it's like spirit world energy healing, real world energy healing, 3D world energy healing. That kind of vibe. But you're both healers, and you're both leaders in your community. Yeah, rescuers. Wow. Yeah, again, there's this father energy here. Again. Talent for crafting and supporting life. Positive guiding light within a tribal unit. Exactly. Both of you are leaders in your community. Like leaders. And that's how you're going to find each other, is being these leaders. Yeah, I just heard somebody say, oh, have you met so-and-so? And they're like, oh no. It's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you guys haven't met yet. Like they're helped me work on a project. Yeah, like a fundraising event or something like that, where it's like, oh, have you met this person? I just had such a high pitched tone in my ear. Jeez Louise. That keeps happening to me so much here recently. Where it's like, oh, have you met so-and-so? Oh, they do this and that. Oh, they do? Yes. Weren't you kind of looking into that? Yeah. Okay, here. Let me introduce you. And I see somebody like be like, come on. And they're like walking over somebody and they're like tapping on somebody's shoulder. And they're like, hey, have you met? It's like, hey, I wanted to introduce you to this person. And then you like turn around and it's like the rest of the world just disappears. And you're just like, my God. Like, wow. And there's this like striking energy immediately. Because there's like this soul recognition and there's soul purpose here. Oh my goodness. finances and career. So I definitely feel like the two of you can meet each other through your career. Wow. Wedding. I think it's like just like immediately like, oops, soul contract here. Let's go. I don't think it's going to be very much so like, oh, I don't know. Yeah, playfulness. It immediately is going to be like, I want to hang out with this person. I want to be with this person. I want to keep it lighthearted with this person. I definitely feel like you're going to have instant like recognition. Like soul recognition, like your inner childs are immediately going to be like, oh my gosh, yay, it's my person. Give this relationship a chance. I feel like you're both going to immediately want to give this relationship a chance and be like, let's exchange contact information immediately. Getting to know each other, yeah. Immediately. It's going to be like, oh, hello. Reconciliation coming together immediately, yeah. Forgiving and learning. Chemistry. The chemistry is going to be undeniable between the two of you. For sure. Undeniable. Deep replenishment. Retreat, rest, be held. Yeah. I definitely feel like it's going to feel that way to be around each other. It's going to be like, wow. There definitely might be, if you recognize yourself as like a star being, there definitely could be like star family, soul tribe vibes here between you and this person where it's like, oh my gosh, it feels so good to be around that type of person again. Boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? Okay. Yeah, I did see the codependency card. So be careful. Be careful with becoming codependent on this person or developing any kind of codependent. Answer the call. Any kind of codependent vibes, warrior woman. Have you answered your deepest calling? Wow. What is your soul calling you to do? I definitely feel like both of you are being guided here to step up here and lead with this. Like, you know, like your soul is calling. And I definitely feel like the two of you, when you come together, you're going to feel your souls calling towards each other, right? I feel like now you could feel your souls calling towards each other. Hold on, baby. Oh, no. Crumbling. So I feel like both of you are going through a crumbling of what does not align right now, okay? You guys are allowing these towers to fall in your life so that, you know, you can recognize what doesn't serve you. Yes, unbound. Both of you right now are being unbound from your karmic contracts, okay? And I feel like the two of you will meet each other when there is like this need for deep replenishment here with this inner temple. I feel like the both of you could meet each other. Yes, okay. And starseed, yeah. There's kind of this need to kind of like replenish your body or replenish your spirit after this like intense release of karma here. The two of you could be learning how to establish these like better boundaries here, okay? And then I feel like when the two of you come together, it will be like instant, like, oh, I feel like very quickly, like a business or a project or an idea is going to very much so basically immediately like click into place. Like I feel like the two of you, well, it's like, well, I have this part of this already done. Well, I have that part of this other done. You know, it's like, oh, well, clearly we're meant to work on this project together, or clearly we're meant to be doing this together because, like, you know, shit in life just lines up like this when it's really meant to be, you know. Lumeria, recreating. Yes. Creating heaven on earth. It's happening. Again, there's that creating heaven on earth kind of energy here. Bringing down the higher dimensions. Yes. Breaking the chain. Ancestral patterns. Healing. Rewriting the future. Exactly. Oof. The ever unfolding rose again cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. And yes, just say yes. Just say yes. Yeah. I feel like it's going to come together pretty quickly between you and this person. It's going to be very obvious that you and this person are both very dedicated to breaking the old bonds here. You know, so very much so it feels like again, like I said, your energies are very much so complement each other. One person here is very much so about pushing things to the next level. And I feel like this other person is about is like deeply, deeply, deeply understanding why and what is to come, you know? Yeah, I feel like both of you are, what do you call it? Path makers, wayfinders, like things like that, where it's like, I use my knowledge to understand the past and to understand where we're trying to go in the future. I use my knowledge to transition us and get us there, right? So it is a very much so like feminine, reflective, and also kind of like knowing, like my past helps me know where I want to go in the future, that kind of vibe. And then this other person is very much so in masculine energy, where it's like, and I transition and I get us there. I see the practical steps that we need to take to get there. So that's kind of how that works out. Nope. All right. Well, that's what I have for you. This is interesting. Next steps. Okay. Avengers. Next steps. Okay. Femme fatale. Trickster. So both of you, so one or both of you are learning about trickster energy, or learning how to step into a more like playful magician kind of energy. Transitioning convention, stiffness, and predictable behavior. So there's this kind of like breaking of a cycle here that's going, that's going to be for both getting in touch with your innocence, your purity, your inner divine spirit. There's something here about inner child healing that's definitely going to help awaken this more like playful energy, more playful spirit, more kind of like define the conventions of your limitations. Exactly, we talked about that earlier, of overcoming limitations through a divine awakening. Femme fatale energy here highlights the erotic energy of the feminine, opens your heart when your dependency is rejected. Yeah, so there's an energy here of like I'm enough by myself. There's also this energy of feeling like very like, like, ooh, I'm feeling myself. There's this kind of reawakening kind of energy here that I feel like the divine feminine is going through here, where it's like an inner child, and it's like a much more playful reimagining, reinvention. There could be kind of like a glow up energy here happening around the divine feminine, or whoever's in the more feminine energy here. What about the masculine spirit? Ooh. Next steps. Reawakening. Wow. Okay. Child wounded. There's a lot here. Okay. Oh no. Yes. No. Yes. Okay. So what have we got? Y'all. Okay. So the divine masculine, whoever is the more masculine energy here, child wounded. Ooh, it feels like this person is actually going into hermit mode. This person is actually doing deep traveling, deep searching within themselves. Seeks solitude to focus intently on inner life. Serves personal creativity. I feel like this person goes through a process. Remember how I said this person stays up for days on end to finish a project? I feel like this person could be doing something like that, where they are trying to really tap in to like I don't know why I heard their next book, but like their next writing, their next book. They're really doing the research. They're doing that. So it's kind of like they're in the stage right now where they're about to pop out with a new project in a few months or in a year or so or something like that. But right now this person is in the research. I'm keeping it to myself. I'm just going to the coffee shop down the street, and then I'm coming right back, and I'm very much so about my inner world right now. This person feels kind of like not emotionally available, but in a good way. You know how like people say, oh, you go through a breakup or you go through something like that, and it's really healthy to go through a stage where you are single, where you're working on yourself, where you're concentrating on your projects, things that you're doing, things that you are crafting, working on yourself, doing that inner child healing, doing that inner work, bringing about that kind of, you know, like I need to go hermit mode so that I can have my glow up, you know, on the other side of it. And it feels like the divine feminine is coming out of hermit mode and going into that kind of glow up energy, right? Where it's like I'm starting to glow up, I'm starting to open back up. And the divine masculine feels like they are kind of closing down in a sense where they are going inside. They're doing a lot of healing. They're doing a lot of self-work. They're working on a really deep project right now. You know, they're really focused inward because they are having like this shape-shifting energy here where they are transitioning, okay? Skill at negotiating through different levels of consciousness, ability to see the potential in everything. Yes. So this, again, with this potential, this person is going inside to unlock their hidden potential, or to going inside to unlock a different level of themselves. Okay. So trust right now. I know it might seem like, again, different. Your soulmate might differ. It definitely feels like these two are going in different directions, but actually those different directions are going to lead back to each other. So don't be disheartened. Your soul family is saying don't be disheartened by the fact that maybe perhaps it's not time for the two of you to come together right now. You're both growing in separation. But understand that that doesn't mean that your separation is growing. You know, you're doing more growing towards each other than you are growing away from each other. Even though it might seem in the 3D right now like, you know, you might, if you are seeking messages on this person, you might be getting messages that this person is closing down, that they're emotionally unavailable, that they're going through something right now. I really feel like whatever this person has gone through, a tower moment, this divine masculine person feels like they have gone through a big tower moment, and they are going into like, it doesn't necessarily feel like a dark night of the soul. It feels a little, it doesn't feel as dark or as like depressive energy. It feels more like, okay, like a healthy hermit mode where I'm going inside and I'm working on myself, you know, and I am focusing really solely on like my work and getting stuff done and going to the gym and working out. And, you know, this person could be, fasting. I'm hearing this person could be fasting or trying to clear their mind, clear their body. They could be going on a diet. They could be doing some kind of cleanse right now. They could be cleansing their social media, cleansing their friends group, cleansing the people they hang out with. There's this big purge energy that's here, that's being supported here by, okay. So I'm definitely feeling like this divine masculine is being very, very affected, or was very affected by the full moon eclipse that just happened. So I feel like there is a purge in the emotional body of this person. Again, I feel like the divine masculine is being focused on working on any kind of shadow aspects in their feminine energy right now, where they're being guided to really go inside, to think deeply about their feelings, about their past, about their future, where they want to go, on their projects that they're working on. This person could be having a lot of really deep dreams, and this person could be being guided to, you know, to go into therapy, or to do a lot of journaling, to do a lot of prompting themselves, to do a lot of inner self-searching, this person, you know, it's giving me like, I'm going to go lock myself away in a cabin in the woods, and I'm just going, you know, and I'm going to work, and I'm going to research, and I'm going to hike through the woods, and I'm going to, you know, build my own fires, and I'm going to do that. You know, this person could be, you know, like, hey, I am logging off. I'm not taking clients right now. I'm not doing any of that right now. I am logging off. I am going on retreats, or I'm going on spiritual quest, or, you know, I feel like this person is having a huge transitional spiritual moment. And I feel like both of these people are. But while this person is like, I'm closing down, I'm being more to myself, I'm worried about myself and what I'm going through, I feel like the divine feminine, more so in this, is learning how to, has already gone through something like that, and now is learning how to open back up and bloom again, and bloom and put out that, you know, put out that sweet smell, pull out that alluring magnetism that when the divine masculine pops out of this hermit mode, they're going to be like, what's that I smell? What's that I hear? You know, it's this kind of like, I'll be ready to come back in. I'm purging and creating space in my life, so I'll be ready to come in and provide like a new, like heightened, clean. There's something about like cleansing, like going through a big cleanse and purge energy here in the divine masculine. And they're learning how to tap into this potential inside of themselves. Specifically, this person could be working really closely with their heart chakra, with their sacral chakra, with their throat chakra, and with their third eye chakra. This person could also be having like a spiritual awakening in the sense where they are becoming more aware of the fact that, oh wow, maybe I'm tapping into the other world. Maybe I'm tapping into higher dimensions. Maybe I'm tapping into, soul family. Maybe I'm tapping into star beings. Maybe maybe I am a channel. Maybe I am, like there's something here, like I'm meditating and I'm hearing stuff and I'm seeing stuff that I've never seen before. I'm seeing synchronicities. I'm seeing the signs. It's kind of like that kind of vibe. And on the divine feminine side, it definitely feels like more like this person is going through a glow up. They could, again, with that athletic, they could be going through like a physical glow up in their body. They could be changing their hair, changing their weight, changing their skin, focus more on those things, feeling very kind of like, ooh, like I'm worth it, I'm beautiful, I'm sensy, I'm attractive, I'm blooming, and I am, putting out that kind of more like that energy where it's like I'm glowing. I'm learning how to glow. I'm learning how to not, to not dead end my playfulness or my happiness or my laugh. I'm learning how to laugh big and love really big and be very kind of like visible. I'm here and I'm not afraid to be who I am, and I'm authentic and I'm shining in my authentic light, and yeah, and I'm not afraid to do that, and I'm not afraid to attract in, I'm not afraid to have things come to me. I'm not, I'm purging, I've been purging that energy. So I definitely feel like there's a big, on the other side of this, where the divine feminine is going to be highly affected, I do believe, by this solar eclipse. I don't know why that word just like stopped me. By this solar eclipse that's happening, there is this kind of like, yeah, I'm telling you, there's something so significant here. There's going to be like this realization or like this timeline shift or something that's going to happen here. And this person is just going to be like, yep, like I have arrived. I'm here. Hello. I'm shining. I'm glowing. I'm here. I'm in my sun energy. I'm in this really powerful, like, yeah. Again, there's like this kind of like purging of this, letting go of this resistance in their divine masculine energy. So like I said, there's this kind of, so if you are the divine feminine, I would probably be preparing for a lot of things to come up to heal any kind of wounds that you might have in your divine masculine energy. It might be some heavy energy, but I feel like by the time the eclipse comes, which is happening on April the 8th, it's just a few days away from when I'm filming this, that there's going to be like this huge like shift energy here. And I would be prepared for a lot of things to kind of like, just like fall into place. Yeah. It's going to be big. It's going to be big changes. Big changes are happening here. But both of you are getting ready. Both of you are getting ready to have, like, to like jump onto the same timeline. Interesting. Well, this was a very nice, pleasant, happy reading, which I kind of needed because the reading that I did last night, it wasn't necessarily bad. There was just so much like dark energy to transmute through. And that's what I told my, my higher self today. I was like, I really need, like, let's have like a nice, like, good positive reading today. And they were like, well, how about a, nope. How about a love reading? And I was like, okay. Because I know a lot of the love reading or relationship readings or stuff we've been having is more about like all the karmic energy that everybody in our group has been kind of, merging through and purging out of their life. And so this is nice. This is a nice little happy transitional kind of energy. And although we're talking about a lot of very serious stuff, it feels the energy feels so good here. The energy feels like it's lightening up. It feels like it's getting better. It feels like it's, it's finding its way. That's what I'm getting. It's finding its way. I love that. You know? Yeah, and this final message here, trust, because, you know, the divine synchronicities, everything is lining up in your life. It is all, you know, all of this is being designed here so that you can see the divine plan, you know, so that you can, no, thank you, so that you can break this train and it's coming out, you know, it's this coming out of the cave, coming out and being truly who you really are and coming into expansive energy here, rewriting the future. Yeah. There's the both of you are doing this kind of breaking of ancestral patterns, of ancestral wounds here. And understand that it was always the divine plan for this to happen. Trust and have faith. This was always the divine plan for the two of you to separate, to be here, to be going in different directions for a while, to be working on each of your own, you know, each of your own traumas and breaking out of your own limitations and your own, yeah, it's just like breaking out of this karma and seeing yourself for who you really are so that you can show up and shine brightly as your true authentic self. It was always a part of the divine plan, Spirit is saying. All right. That's what I have for you. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I hope this brought some love, light, or clarity to your situation. Okay. Thank you very much to your angels, spirits, guardians, and guides for guiding you here to get this information. And thank you to my angels, spirits, guardians, and guides for guiding me through delivering this message as well as keeping me safe when they did so. As always, I appreciate you guys. As always, if you feel guided to work on a personal reading with me, my contact information is down below. Reach out and we'll get that started. Okay. Thank you so much to everyone who is here. Thank you for the likes. You know, let me know if this resonated for you down in the comment section down below, okay? And I will see you lovelies in the next one, okay? Bye.